Hello, mabuhay! This is Teacher Lourdes, and this is your course, Environmental Science. Our lesson 2 is the scientific method. These are our learning objectives. Define and list the steps in the scientific method. Explain the steps in the scientific method. Apply the scientific method in an experiment. Welcome, budding scientists. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of the scientific method, a powerful tool that scientists use to unlock the secrets of the universe. Let's begin. Step 1. Ask a question. Step 1 is also stated as identify a problem. The scientific method starts with curiosity. You ask a question about something you're interested in or curious about. This question should be specific and focused on something you can investigate. For example, you might wonder what happens to a plant's growth when it receives different amounts of sunlight. Or if you wonder what happens if you pour hot or cold water to different substances. Step 2. Formulate a hypothesis. Once you have a question, you make an educated guess called a hypothesis. Your hypothesis is like a prediction of what you think will happen based on your knowledge and research. There is a null hypothesis which proposes no statistical significance exists in a set of given observations. For example, serotonin levels have no effect on the ability to cope with stress. Null hypothesis makes use of the phrase no effect. That's why it's called null. The alternative hypothesis, on the other hand, is one that states that there is a statistically significant relationship between two variables. For example, serotonin levels have significant effect on the ability to cope with stress. In our plant experiment, our hypothesis might be I think plants will grow taller when they receive more sunlight because sunlight provides energy for photosynthesis. Step 3. Gather materials and data. This step is also called data gathering. Before you can conduct your experiment, you need to gather all the materials and data you need. These are the things and concepts that help you carry out your test. For our plant experiment, we might need information about plants, pots, soil, seeds, a lamp, a ruler, and a notebook to record our observations. Step 4. Procedure. Step 4 is also called experimentation. During your experiment, you must take caution in using chemicals or other biohazards. Consult teachers or other experts if you will need to make use of dangerous items or exotic or endemic organisms. You can create detailed procedure or plan for your experiment. Your procedure outlines every step you'll take, from setting up the experiment to collecting data. In our plant experiment, our procedure might include steps: planting seeds in pots, place some pots in a well-lit area, place others in the shade. Step 5. Collect results. This step is also called record the data. With your procedure in place, you can conduct your experiment and collect data. Data is the information you gather during your experiment through careful observations and measurements. Honest and critical data recording is vital to experiments so that there is no bias or error in analyzing and interpreting the results. In our plant experiment, we'd measure the height of each plant, the number of leaves, and any other relevant data we can record. Step 6. Analyze data. After you've collected your data, it's time to analyze it. This means looking for patterns, trends, or differences in your data. You might create graphs or charts to help you visualize the information. Analyzing data can require expert advice, especially if the researcher is newly exposed to the concepts. Do not be afraid to ask for experts' advice. In our plant experiment, we'd analyze whether the plants receiving more sunlight grew taller than those in the shade. Step 7. Draw conclusions. Based on your data analysis, you draw conclusions. You determine whether your experiment supported or contradicted your hypothesis. Your conclusion must answer the question you posed at the beginning of your experiment. In our plant experiment, we conclude whether more sunlight did indeed lead to taller plant growth. Step 8 can be added, which is presentation of the results of your experiment. This way, you can share to your classmates or to experts the results of your experiment, which can be added to existing body of knowledge. Conclusion. The scientific method is a powerful tool for investigating and understanding the world around us. By asking questions, making hypotheses, gathering materials, following a procedure, collecting and analyzing results, and drawing conclusions, scientists uncover the secrets of nature. It's a systematic and logical way to explore the mysteries of the universe, and you can use it to investigate all sorts of questions and phenomena in your own scientific journey. For our student activity, you will design and conduct a simple science experiment at your home and take photos or videos of your experiment. Use materials that are readily available. You can search online for simple home experiments in chemistry, physics, or biology. This output can be done by 3, 4, or 5 members. You have 6 days to submit this output to our Google Classroom since we have local intramurals and Buwanang Wika events. Each member of your group must upload to our Google Classroom. You can find my sample experiment at this link. Thank you for listening. I will wait for your output in our Google Classroom. See you in our next video. Bye!